So, hey, everyone who's out there, my grandchildren, and anyone who believes in the miraculous power of God, I hope that you are enjoying the things that we're sharing with you walking down memory lane. Today, I have another story, and again, coming from a poor immigrant family and running into the 1930s, the Great Depression. You learn to lean on God because money is not there. Insurance is not there. My grandparents didn't have the things that we have today. They had to learn to pray to God to help them with everything. And in this case, they had one of their other sons. His name was Sam. And my Uncle Sam was a young boy, and he was diagnosed with a deadly mastoid. Back then, that was basically a death sentence. He had fallen into a coma, and my uncle, like I said, was unresponsive. And the doctors told my grandmother, he's not going to live. And my grandmother, excuse me for just a moment, because it just hits me that her name is Rafaela. And if you know what that word means in Hebrew, it means healer, someone that heals. And Grandma would never give up. She had the power of God in her to stand up to any disease. When her son was brought home with the toe tag, that was Uncle Pat. And this one was Uncle Sam, a young boy. And they told her he would not live. And she said, that is what you say to the doctors. But we're going to see what God says. And she had the ministry come and anoint my uncle in the hospital who's in the coma. And for those of you who are not familiar with this, I'm not trying to make you religious or have a religious bend to any particular religion, but to share with you the power of God and that he hears real prayers. And when she had them pray, he began to call out for my grandmother. He came out of the coma. He was one of a few that ever made it out of a mastoid at that period of time. It was listed in the books as a miraculous case because they had no other reason to believe for him to live. That's in Detroit's Children's Hospital. So again, I'm a person that likes facts and figures, and I thought I would share that with you. If you're dealing with something, you're dealing with a pediatric case, you're dealing with children, and you're just at your wit's end, like my grandmother, when you're at the end, God is at the beginning. He's the Alpha and Omega. And when he says, you will live and not die, believe him at his word. So I hope this is encouraging to you and that you learn the inspiring words that my grandparents taught me through the word of God. So bless you wherever church you go to, temple you go to. Hey guys, Lord willing, I'd love to see you. I've celebrated it in many churches. I've been in temples too. I've been wherever people invited me to go. And I want you to feel good that God is still a true and living God. And what he did yesterday, he can do today for you. And I've watched him do great things for my own family. And on this channel, you know, we don't ask for money. We're not going to ask you for money. That's not what this is. This is just my simple ministry from my family to yours. And I hope that it finds you in a time of need, that you have a rope of hope to hang on to when things get tough, because this world isn't getting easier. And you need something more than a magazine and just diagnosis. In fact, I'm going to conclude with this. A lot of the reports you get when it comes to doctors, and I know because I worked in the medical field, I owned a clinic myself in Fort Lauderdale. The great physician is the one who has the final say, has all the answers to every problem, and knows what's going on. So take heart, and I hope to see you again, guys. Have a blessed week till then.